In this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how our agency landed a client that paid us $240,000. I'm going to be going into how we got in touch with this prospective client, the negotiations that took place, how the deal got closed, the service that we offered to this client, the return that the client got from hiring us to do his marketing, and I'll even be sharing a few tips along the way on how you can land clients like this yourself. Now, one key thing to note before we dive in is that the $240,000 that has come from this client to date was the lifetime value of the client. Okay, so this was, I believe, a $5,000 per month retainer that this client signed on board for, and we provided a good service, we got them good results, and they've been on board with us for a long period of time, which is why this has amounted to a $240,000 client, okay? And the topic of lifetime value is something that all agency owners should think about, okay? Whenever you land a new client, it's not just about that initial sale amount like $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 per month retainer. It's about providing a good service and holding that client for a long period of time to have a lifetime value in the six-figure range, right? And hardly any other like online business model can say that the customer lifetime value is six figures, right? Affiliate marketing, even coaching and consulting, which is something that I do, like none of these other business models can have six-figure customer lifetime value, which is nuts, right? So again, we're gonna dive into all the details of how I landed this client. And in case you don't know who I am, my name is Blake Snodgrass. I put out free content and educational stuff on this YouTube channel because it's my goal in life to help people learn online business skill sets, achieve financial freedom, and learn how to make money and quit their job, do whatever they want to do. So anyways, let's dive into the content. Okay, so first, the story of how I landed this client. I'm going to talk about the prospecting strategy we used to get in touch with this client in the first place. This may be surprising to you, but we actually landed this client through cold email. Okay, now I don't do much cold email. I don't do any cold email nowadays, but back in like 2018, something like that, whenever we landed this client, we were heavily doing cold email. And here's the strategy that we used. Here's how we did it. We used email scraping softwares, I believe like D7 Lead Finder. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, but websites that allowed us to generate lists of emails of business owners who were in the exact target niche we were going after. And for us, we were heavily seeking out clients in the real estate investing space, in the real estate investing niche, right? So we used platforms like D7 Lead Finder to scrape an email list of real estate investors. We would then use an email sending platform like, I believe, woodpecker.co. I'll put my referral link below if you want to use it. It's actually a really good platform. What Woodpecker does, unlike other mass email sending platforms, is it will connect to your Gmail. It'll send out emails to your email list at a pace of like one email every 4 or 5 minutes, right? So instead of blasting emails out, it sends emails from your email client in a slow drip, so that way your email or your domain or however it works doesn't get flagged. So scraping the email list, using Woodpecker to send those emails, we were sending emails to potential real estate investor clients at a pace of like maybe 30 to 40 emails a day. And if you're wondering about the email script that we use, it was so simple and so short. I feel like most digital marketers, whenever they send cold emails, if that's what they're doing, they send these long drawn out emails with examples and photos and links and hey, I can do digital marketing and SEO and Facebook ads and all this stuff. And it's like super long. And it's like, okay, the prospect doesn't care about that. They don't care about digital marketing. What they care about is getting new customers and results. So in your email script, you should lead with that. Okay, so as an example, the script that we used, and I still remember it because it's so short, would say something along the lines of, hey, name, could you handle a few more investment properties in your city? If so, let me know. Thanks. And that was pretty much it. And after sending a few dozen of those per day, we would have people reach back out to us and say, yeah, sure, what do you got? Or yeah, sure, when do you have time for a phone call? And they were interested in hearing us out, okay? So this guy that we ended up landing as a client reached back out to us and said, you know what, this is actually good timing. I'm interested in hearing you out because I was about to start spending $10,000 a month with this other marketing agency on Facebook ads, but I'm interested to hear what you got going on. So of course we responded to him and we tried to set up a phone call. And on that phone call, we told him, hey, you know, we understand understand that you're about to spend money with this Facebook ads agency, but here's what we do. Here's some results that we produce for other clients. We use Google Ads to produce high quality leads for real estate investors. And we pretty much went through the whole pitch with him and how we could help him grow his company. After a call or two, this client was pretty much ready to go and sign on with us. Now, I will say the arrangement that we made with this client and the way we offered our services to this client was different than the way we offered it to pretty much any other client. My agency would typically do a retainer plus ad spend model, meaning that the client would pay us a retainer to manage their marketing services, and the client would also pay their own advertising budget or their own ad spend. However, with this client, we did a pay per lead arrangement where he was paying us a consistent flat fee for each lead we would generate for him, and then we would pay the cost of the ad spend ourselves, okay? Now, this was a really profitable account, okay? This pay per lead account was profiting us at least like 80% of what the client was paying us. Now, over time, that margin got worse because we ran into things like COVID and the overall real estate market kind of getting tougher and tougher. So that 80% went down to like 60 or 55%. But for the longest time, this was an insanely profitable account. And even like at 55, 60% is still insanely profitable, right? So we have an account that's paying us something like $5,000 a month and we're profiting, 3 to 4K from it. So it's extremely good. So that's the arrangement that we came to with the client. There wasn't much of a sales cycle or a dance because this client was a really established business owner. He knew he needed to spend money on marketing. We showed him we could produce the results and he pretty much signed up right away. Now, what I'm going to do in this next part is actually show you the campaign that we were running for him, the landing page we were using, the automation system we were using to send leads to him. I'll show you a little snippet of all of that and kind of break that down. And like I just went through, the campaign, what we were doing for him was literally that simple. It was pass, catch, shoot. We would literally run ads on Google, drive those clicks and that traffic to a very simple landing page that would capture lead information. And then we used an automation platform like Zapier to send those leads to the client. Pass, catch, shoot, extremely simple. We got paid on a per lead basis. We got paid upfront at the beginning of every month. And the client was super happy. As I'll tell you about here in just a minute, the ROI he got from working with us was absolutely insane. So having said that, like I just mentioned, let's go ahead and hop over to my computer where I'm going to break down how this campaign worked, how we generated the leads, how we sent the leads to the client. And I'll also show you like inside my Stripe account where the client payments were coming in and all that good stuff. Okay, so here we are in the ad account and I'm going to do a super quick run through of all of this. But as you can see in this ad account, we were running ads to keywords like sell my house as is, sell my house fast, sell my house ASAP. These were ads that were targeting people who needed to sell their house quickly to someone like our client, which is a real estate investor who is trying to buy investment properties, right? So we were driving traffic to those keywords and driving traffic to a landing page, which I'll show you in just a minute, and then generating leads from that landing page. So this campaign I pulled up right here, you can see has spent $24,000 to date. I'm not sure. I don't think this is the campaign that we used for the lifetime of this account, but it's just the campaign that's live right now. Okay. You can see over time it had an 18% conversion rate. Honestly, that's lower than what it used to be. At least in the beginning stages of this campaign, it was as high as like 25, 30% sometimes. You can see 665 conversions or leads for an average cost of $36 a piece. Again, this is like lifetime of the whole campaign, but near the end of the campaign, that conversion cost did get a little bit higher, just to be transparent. But regardless, we were using these keywords, we were driving traffic. Here's like some of the conversion rates, and we were sending all these clicks to our landing page, which I will show you right here. So as you can see, this is not the coolest, sexiest landing page in the world. If you're a marketer, you probably know this, but it's not about what looks good. It's about what converts good and performs really, really well, right? So this landing page, which we have literally spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on in the form of driving Google ads traffic to it, converts extremely well. Okay, so as you can see, it's very simple. It says, want to sell your house, get a cash offer, it takes less than 60 seconds. And then it has a quick animated survey. Would you like to sell your house? Yes. Do you own the property? Why are you selling? Okay. And then it asks for the user's contact info, name, email, phone number, property address, zip code, whatever. Yes, send me my cash offer. And then the lead will hit submit. Whenever the lead hits submit, we have an automation set up, which I will show you here in just a minute, that sends the lead to the client, and the client can call them right away, learn more about their property, and make them an offer if he so chooses. Okay. But that's the landing page. Super simple. Does not need to look cool. It just needs to perform really, really well. So lastly, we have the Zapier automation. Zapier is a software automation platform that allows you to do things like this. We linked up ClickFunnels, which was our landing page software, to Google Sheets and email as well. So whenever a lead came in from our landing page, it takes that information, that lead, and sends it to a spreadsheet, which we had a catch-all spreadsheet for these leads we were generating for this client. And it also sends the lead instantly to the client via email. So like I just said, whenever someone clicks on the Google ad, goes to the landing page, fills out their information, hits submit, it immediately shows up in my client's inbox so they can call that lead and try to get a new customer, or in this case, a new investment property. So like I told you guys, it was literally that simple, okay? Drive traffic, generate leads, send the leads to the client, pass, catch, shoot, super simple. And in case you're wondering about how we build this client, how we got paid, we used Stripe as our payment processor. I can post a screenshot right here that kind of shows you all the payments coming in from this client over time. We had his card kept on file in his customer file on Stripe, and then every single month we had a subscription set up that would auto charge his card through Stripe. So again, extremely simple. And in regards to the profit margin on this account, like I mentioned earlier, this was a pay-per-lead arrangement, but we would have profit margins from 80%, sometimes down to like 60%, extremely healthy profit margin for a pay-per-lead account, okay? Now, in regards to the results that this client got from working with us, again, over the course of a few years, he spent like $240,000 with us on a pay-per-lead arrangement. However, he reported back to us that over that period of time, they generated over $3 million in profit from real estate deals that they did from these leads. So this was like insanely profitable for the client as well. And as a matter of fact, you see that award behind me, that 2 Comma Club award. That's an industry award that you get for if you have a marketing funnel that produces over 7 figures in revenue. We're actually about to get another one of those because of this campaign that we did for this client. We actually could have applied for it like a long time ago, but I'm like just now getting around to it. So yeah, needless to say, this was an insanely profitable campaign for this client. Another thing I will mention about this client is that although this client came from cold email, the prospecting and agency lead generation methods I use nowadays are very different. Nowadays, I actually don't use any cold email or cold calling, anything like that. The main methods I use are organic methods, such as posting on social media, such as Facebook, to generate inbound word of mouth and referrals, as well as referral partnerships. And then I'm really heavy on paid advertising, such as Google ads and Facebook ads. It goes a long way to be able to tell a client that you practice what you preach and you run your own ads and you generate your own leads for your own agency. As a matter of fact, a lot of agency owners get stuck in what I call the digital marketer client acquisition paradox, where they're really good at generating leads and new customers for their clients, but they're not good at doing it for themselves. So it would really help you over time to learn how to generate leads for your own agency. That's what we do for our business, and it has helped us grow significantly and predictably over time. And then one last thing to mention is that this is just one client that I landed over the years, right? This one client that paid us almost $250,000 to date is just one client that I've landed over the years, okay? As a matter of fact, I have a video on my channel where I talk about the 8-step sales process I used to close 73 deals in the past year, okay? So I just want to drill it into everyone's mind that like, okay, this was just one client, and the lifetime value of this one client is like what a neurosurgeon makes in a year, right? This is why the agency model cannot be beat, because every client that you land has the potential to earn you 6 figures over the course of time if you're providing a good service and getting them good results, okay? All you need is to make sure you have a good lead generation method for your own agency, you have a good sales process to land clients, close deals, and then good fulfillment to keep them on board long term. I'm not saying this just to self-promote, but I highly recommend checking out the other videos on my channel and subscribing if you can, because I consistently talk about how to close deals, my 8-step sales process, where to find agency clients, and all that good stuff. So what I'll do is I'll put a link or some kind of button or some kind of image up here for you to click over to my 8-step sales process, which will help you land clients more consistently. Okay, having said that, that does it for this video, guys. I hope this was educational. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope this like really motivated you to go out there and get in touch with more potential clients. Again, one client could really change your life. One client can earn you what most people wish to earn in their 9-to-5 jobs. Okay, so stay consistent, hustle, go out there, talk to as many business owners as you can, and offer your services as often as possible, and you will achieve whatever you want to achieve in your agency. Okay, I'll see you guys next time.